What's up, Lakayo? Gonna have us another class here. Shit. What's up, Sister Erica? About to get my ass hit. How everybody doing? I What's up, brother Marcus? Uh, man, my thing is. Oh, you went up there? That's what's up. Give us a report. How was it? Was your mind blown? Nah, but seriously, it looked like it was real cool, you know. Um, it looked like it was wildly successful. So that's what's up. Okay. Peace, Sister Zeta. I was just thinking about you the other day. How y'all been? Okay. That's what's up. Sister Nation Queen in the house. Damn, it's hot. This shit is rather Texas-like. Oh, she said the people and their minds a whole nother story. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to have to let you come on a Google Live and something. Or something. And what's up, Stuffed Dog? If I'm saying that wrong, charge it to old eyes and not my heart. I might if I fuck y'all's name up. I live in Dallas, but I'm not there right now. But yeah, that's where I live in the Dallas area, North Texas. Mark, he's chilling like a motherfucking villain. Let me police my mouth, because I saw somebody in the comments that said, how can you be talking about spiritual things doing all that cursing? Oh, he's definitely not the one. And I'm not. I'm not the robe clothed in long cloths and burqa sacks with sandals on. I'm not that guy. Basically a country motherfucker from North Carolina who has been in Texas, which is even countryer. So it's like Bruce say. He say, I don't tell jokes, I tell real life stories. I don't tell jokes, I tell real life stories. So I'm not the long bearded guru. I'm not that dude. I'm a reporter. I'm a watcher. I report things. Take it or let it alone. Simple as that. Beautiful. I thought you levitate everywhere you go. Yeah. I own sprouts, and it's another funny thing. Well, I ain't gonna go there. Let's get into the today's topic. Sometimes people who comment on those, I'll go back and look at your YouTube page because I want to see who is this person. Sometimes you want to see, are these real people, you know? And then you want to see, well, do they talk about anything? Um, Let me see what they got to share about their perspective on life, whatever. Or is this the motherfucker who's on YouTube burning cats? Who knows? Just go over there shit and check it out. You know. So one sister, I think she might be a new one, maybe. I don't know, but a few days ago. Okay, and we're back. I got my camera with me, so I wanted to do a more polished video, but that takes a lot of planning, and so I figured while I'm driving, I can keep birds with one stone. What's on my mind while I'm getting to where I'm going to go, and I am going to shoot some footage today while I'm out. This young lady was talking about she's a wife, and she's talking about how peace psych all her class, and she looked dejected, disappointed. Authentic Jamaican food, man. To go there and eat. Yeah, man. All right, well, foiled again, Batman. Let's try this again. I'm just gonna hold this phone because I don't know if maybe the sun is making it heat up more or what. What stadium is this? So let's do this quick. I went on this young lady's channel. She had up something about how she had failed all her classes. Now, there's so many different things we can look at. We can look at the nuts and bolts of it of, well, did you manage your time right? And, when you knew that you were starting to sink, did you go to your professors? And that somebody else can do all that. But what my mind fast tracked real fast was, okay, this is something, a good moment to talk about, to expound on what we said about the other day about a what versus a why. And at that moment, the disappointment, see, I can relate to it because I went to school. When I first went to college in 1995 on a 4-year athletic scholarship. And when I tell you I told my black ass while I was there, I mean, I went, so needless to say, I didn't graduate. I played 4 years of football, finished my eligibility, and no degree. I just didn't care. I just really just didn't give a fuck. So I ended up going back to school in 2012. Peace Almighty. And bills, I can't read it. I went back to school in 2012, and I ended up graduating in 2015 finally. And I was 38 years old when I graduated. So I know how much harder it is when you go back as an adult and you actually got responsibilities, you got bills and shit. You know, you then realize how easy you really had it when you were young or younger. So, Africa and more. So, I can understand that. I know it's tough. But what my mind went to thinking about is why? Why? We do need to stay in the mundane sometimes, because what is the whole purpose of coming and inhabiting a body if we cannot be able to work through mundane things? See, if I'm thinking so lofty all the time, and I'm trying to get to something that I perceive to be beyond me, so much that I bypass all of my everything that's going on with me in the three-dimensional world, then what's the purpose? What was the purpose of even coming and inhabiting this world? Now, you can be philosophical and you can say, oh, to become God. But God needs to become God through humanity. Or God needs to remember God through humanity. Remember itself. So that means mundane, it is me being super dismissive. It's being dismissive. So, let's go, what you call them? Salvation Army store. So let's deal with, look at what this sister was talking about and apply metaphysics to what us super spiritual people now would call mundane. For whatever reason, she chose to go back to school to pursue her, I'm assuming, her bachelor's degree. We don't know what her reasons are. And we can, here's the cop out. Let me just say this. Oh, you want to go and get this white man's education so you can go and be a corporate slave? Newsflash. Everything we do is governed by what we call the white man. We're sitting up on his platform, Google, via YouTube. So you get on YouTube and you talk about this and that about the white man on his shit. On his shit. Think about the idiocy of it. So we're not going to put any judgments on why this sister's going, because now one of us is going to offer to pay rent at her shit or pay her light bill. You can bet your motherfucking bottom dollar on that. So for whatever reason, she chose that. This is what my mind thought about the situation, though. Why? Why? I would like to know, had she identified why she was going back to school. And let's apply this now. The what is, I'm going back to school to finish my degree. Now, let me show you how we may assume that we're getting to a why, but we're not. Let me show you an example of how not to be tricked. It may seem like the obvious why is, well, why are you going back to school? Well, so I can get me a better job and provide for my family. Why? Logically, but it did not answer the question why spiritually. All it did was it gave another what. I remember the mall is up this way. That provides another what. I say, okay, you're going to school. Yes. Why? So that I can make more money. That's a what. That's not an answer to a why. So to get to the meat and potatoes, then we got to go and ask the question, why do you want more money? Well, so I can provide more for my family. Okay. Why do you want to provide more for your family? So that they can, why do you want them to have a easier life than you? So that, and see, the more we keep going down that rabbit hole, then we get to the real reason of what you're doing. We get to the core or the soul of it. And now we are putting the ego in its place because it has its place, but instead of just focusing on the ego, which is the what, it identifies. Like my cousin was saying when we were talking, we're constantly receiving and giving out information. Your ego is one of the antennas that you come with. So your ego cannot just be discarded because it's gathering vital information and it's giving vital information. But we're trying to bypass just the mundane, although we all right, I think we're back. I gotta hold this phone down. I'm going through a school zone. But where were we at? Oh yeah, understanding, peeling the onion and getting to an understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. And you got to keep peeling and peeling and peeling. Why do you think when you go to a bank and you've got a business venture that you're looking to embark upon, why does the bank require a business plan? Because at a certain point, you're going to have to be so thorough, profit loss forecast, expenses, figuring in what will your taxes be owed, building expenses. Oh man, fucking dumbass. You got to factor into all these things, and by the time you sit and put all this effort into convincing these people that you're a worthy candidate of fronting you some money, if you've done it right, you'll all be able to figure out whether you really want to do this shit or not. Because you got to actually put some damn work into this. You got to go and really examine and come to a conclusion of whether, like, man, is this a good idea? By the time you answer all these questions, I think if I were talking to this sister, I would make sure she's done this. That she's really identified first her what. That's just obvious. You got to identify your what. But after that, that you've taken the time to ask all of these questions. Like I said previously, we're always pushed by lack of time. Lack of time. And lack of time creates stress. And stress creates a host of other problems. It makes you more indecisive. You've got physical problems, mental problems. All these things come about by rushing. Constantly in a rush. Can't enjoy your food. Can't take your time to eat. Unless you put more time into figuring out how to have more time. Now see, now we get into a very powerful why space. So that means If if I'm looking to get me some more money, all right? If I focus more on me having more free time, and not free time because I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs looking for some money, but I'm talking about comfortable free time. Comfortable to where, you know what I'm saying, you get up and say, well, today I'm going to go and ride around and do this or do that. And I don't feel the stress of, oh man, this time I spent doing this, man, I could have been doing this because that light bill is due or such and such and such. So if I focus my mind on being more in the space where I become time instead of me being ruled by time. Chronos, Saturn, as in time, is not bad because time is also the menstrual cycle. It's not bad. It's not the clock's fault that you don't know how to read a damn clock. It ain't the clock's fault that you can't count. So we have to become time in order to master time. Everything is coming down to mergers now. Mergers. You're not going to be able to separate from the matrix. You're going to have to merge with it. So same goes for time. Time is the matrix. We have to merge with it and become time. So that means my focus then, instead of me thinking so much about, I need a job, I need this, I need that. What does it represent for you? If starting your business represents I control my time, then you need to state that, and yes, what you need to focus on. And it might not be starting the business in the capacity that you think that you're really looking for. You're looking for control over your time. It might come that route. It might come something completely different. But I titled this Injury Equals Enlightenment. So let me get to the point as I'm driving around here. The point is this. We can pontificate about who we are and what we're capable of doing. But you're not going to know for sure until you've had a dark night of the soul experience. Are you having what feels like to you is dark night of your soul? And you know when you're gonna know when you're in it, or you're gonna be able to go back and reassess a time that you might not have realized what it was, and you go back and look like, oh yeah, that was it. That was it. Are you, if you're having that, and I ain't just talking about some little, an ant stepped on your toe and it's like, oh, that was messed up. I mean, shit just like, man, there's no way this shit can be this fucked up. This is the point. You're not gonna really become anything until you've gotten to a point where you wanted to question it. Your marriage, for married people, your marriage does not start until you've gotten to a point where you question being around this motherfucker. It is the point when you get to that point and you go past that and bypass it, that's when the marriage really starts. Because now all of the niceties and all of the pageantry and all that shit has worn off. It's down to what we used to call nut cutting time. So this pursuit that we're in, it doesn't really start until you get into some shit, unfortunately. It doesn't really start. Up till then, it's feel good stuff. It's I'm gonna change my name to Atum Re Divine Christos Brahma Shatala. Yeah, it's that. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Everything has its place. But I come to tell you though that these things are building up to a crescendo. You're constantly going through crescendos, rising and fall, back and forth, ebb and flow. So what's going to happen is at a certain point, calling yourself a god and a goddess puts out a frequency that says, I am now capable to deal with problems or challenges, not that a God has to deal with, that the God wants to deal with. Because obviously God wanted problems when it agreed to become humanity. You see what I'm saying? So once you espouse how much of a divine person you are, an entity, and this and that, you're very right. You are all of that shit. You are divine. You are one with the universe. You're all of that. So that means tsunami that you might have seen that took place 3,000 miles away, 4,000 miles away, well, it could very well, that tsunami could very well affect you too. The earthquakes that are going on in Hawaii and around the world, that's like 60, 70 earthquakes jumping off at one time. No, not at one time, but in 24 hours. This is what they don't report on. Dozens of earthquakes are going on around the world. So if we talk about all this as above, so below, as within, so without, so there might be some shakeups going on in our lives. This is when the shit get real. This is when the shit goes beyond just pages, or just beyond just contemplation, and it's like, oh man, shit just got real on me. It just got real on me. And now I'm thinking, damn, you've been calling yourself a god. Maybe the whole thing was now God is going to show you for real that you really wasn't shit. You had these. See, not many people going to admit that shit. I'm going to admit it because I really don't care. I really don't care about having to try to convince anybody of how vast and great I am, because I really do love myself. I really am very confident in myself. Motherfucker who's very confident can admit when they are scared and when they fucked up. A motherfucker who's lacking confidence always has to talk a good game. I don't have to talk the shit. Motherfucker can look at me and know this nigga loves himself. And I'm not ashamed of that shit. I love some motherfucking whatever this is, I love it. So I can tell you, when this shit jumps off, you start to question all of this shit, man. I'm telling you. And you be thinking, I may need to fuck with some Dunning-McClurkin. Oh man, no, it ain't never got that bad. A little comedic relief there. We fall down. But yeah, dark night of your soul. That at the time it's happening, you don't want to hear nobody telling you, well, this is just what you got to go through. And if I want to hear that shit, you're like, man, I need some fucking relief. So then I focus more on getting relief. I want to come up out of this shit. I need a break. I'm tired of this shit. Everybody done turned on me. Everybody's fucking fake. Fuck the world. I hate everybody. I want some relief. By the way, can I have some money? You know what I'm saying? And what happens is you have to fester and linger in that spot longer because you've been focusing on what instead of why. Everything comes back around. You've been focusing on what instead of why. What I want to happen is for this bullshit to stop. What I want to happen is every motherfucker who turned their back or who was just some shady shit, I want to see this magic shit work. I want to see this motherfucker suffer. You know what I'm saying? And what you end up doing is because you have put your attention. Remember, we talked about all these videos I do seem to kind of tie in. And it's not planned. It's just the truth is fluid. The truth is water. Always flows. So we find ourselves. See, that's how I talk myself right out of my train. Oh, it'll come back to me though. But either way, we find ourselves questioning everything. Everything we thought that, oh yeah, you put your attention on trying to get retribution. When you put your attention there, you have just created a false idol. Your God has become get back. I need to get some get back on this motherfucker. I need to get me. That's one of my brothers. That's one of his sayings. I got to get me, man. And now I've made the concept of that has become my God, and I worship that, and I have not had the time to self-examine and just look at myself. And I haven't asked the simple question that could have advanced me. I'm telling you from experience of my travails and also me overcoming. I could have sped up things. You can speed up things by taking the time and asking why. Why? Not why me. Why did this have to happen? As in, what do I need to know? What am I supposed to learn? And although the question uses the verbiage of what, it's still asking a why question. What do I need to learn is going to answer the question of why did all this shit have to happen? If I take the time and just say, why me? I'm putting myself into a victim position, and I'm saying that I should not have had to suffer. So therefore my ego is speaking. Because your ego says you ain't supposed to have to suffer. You're above that. But if I humble myself, then I can get an actual breakthrough. I can get an answer to my goddamn question. I want to know why this shit is happening. And once you ask that question and you start to learn, then you tell the universe it's time to move, baby. And it don't mean that the pain is going to ease up and everything just, and the skies turned clear. Head clear up. Do you know the blessing of your fucking head clearing up? Because once your head clears up, that's where the bird's eye view come in. Now you actually start moving as God because you are thinking like fucking God. When I'm under that pain and I'm under that pressure, you damn right I'm thinking like a human. I need to reflect and think. All right, we're back. When you still away and allow yourself time to reflect and think, you then open a door. Where's Dover? Mic check. Damn. All right, are we back? Somebody hit a 1 if you can hear me, please. get off of this shit. Oh, okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, all right. Um, so you open a gateway up for yourself when you ask yourself the why question. You know, you keep attracting this motherfucker right here. I hate to keep on talking if this shit keeps going in and out talking about reconnecting, and I'm never sure whether I'm actually live or not. I see my face, but I don't know. Can y'all hear and see me? I got to get out of this area. It's like, damn, this ain't got no damn. Okay, all right, good. Uh, so asking yourself why opens up space. Space then allows movement. Movement requires energy. Energy is the light. Again, you ask yourself the why questions, which creates space. Asking why is humility. To be humble is to let go. When you throw up, that's humility. When you defecate, that's humility. When you urinate, it's humility, because you are recognizing that you are full and you need to be emptied out. Okay? So once you ask why, that's like defecating. You know, you're taking a good shit. You're letting it out, and now you can receive some new vegetation, fruits or whatever you eat. Oh, Mark, that's a good park right there. Good. You make space. Space then allows for movement. All inward, of course, all inward. You allow space for movement. The movement requires energy, and the energy is the light. It's about trying to find the light, your light. This applies across the board, from the mundane to the magnificent, from the greater to the lesser. This is what we're doing. So injury, in this case, in all cases where we take the time to allow it, injury leads to enlightenment. The injury is the humility, you know? But it then creates space. So this sister flunked her classes. She's injured. She's injured, you know? Well, how can she move forward? Asking those why questions. Exhaust them. Exhaust your why questions. I hope we're still on. Okay, good. But yeah, that's. I think, and let me say this too. I think my greatest asset is this. I'm not the deepest brother in the world. I'm not trying to be. You know, I play my position. I'm not a shaman. I'm not, I am not going to misrepresent myself. I am that I am. That's all I am. I'm just what you get right here. But one thing, I think if there's anything special that I may have to offer, um, I think I have acquired a degree of mastery in the field of failing and recovering. You know, do you know how hard it is to bounce back when you've been up? I mean, if you're down and you've gotten accustomed just to being down, that's all you've ever known, it's really not all that bad because that's all you've ever known. You've gone up, down, to different degrees. Okay, I'm not as concerned with learning from the person who tells me overwhelming accounts of their upness. You understand? I'm not concerned about you telling me about how great you've had it and how great you are. I can eat the most off of stories of your struggle, your insecurities, your fears, and how you stared down the barrel of whatever that reality was and faced it, and how you grew and learned from it. And that's what I have to offer. That's what I got to offer. Practical alchemy, practical learning, practical understanding. You know, that's what I got to offer. You know, take it like it is. Because for me, so you gotta understand, why do I cuss so much? First of all, if you go back and look at some of these videos I did with my mother, this is, you think I cuss. And this is a teacher. I always talk about her like, oh yeah, you go to the school and you know, they think you this and that, and you come home. If I said, we used to threaten her like, we're gonna record you. We're gonna go and play it for people. Cause you know, my mom wasn't gonna talk like that at school. You know, but that's her. But it just, and one day we joking, I said, Mama, why you cuss something? She said, shit, cause it fucking feel good. And that's it, because I have a vast vocabulary. Don't get it twisted. So that thing about people cursing because they ain't got no vocab, no, that's bullshit. That's just the way I talk. But it's down to earth metaphysics, down to earth understanding. Because what good is any of this stuff if I can't take it and I can see it play out in the most mundane and simple of things? I should see God. In the most mundane and simple of things, dressed up in a motherfucking robe and some a fucking crown and a halo, I should not have to find. Do you know what God really is? Why I'm fascinated with shit? Because that's where God is in its entirety. In shit, everything's there. Nitrogen, carbon dioxide, phosphorus, sodium, everything, magnesium, everything is in shit. Complete. That's where life can come from it. Life don't come from life. Life comes from decay, from shit. So I want to know about the shit in your life. That's my thing. You know, once again, and it comes back to confidence. I can talk candidly like this because I'm very, very confident in who I am and what I am. I implore you to take that approach. Take that approach. But not in just words, You got to become that. Everything is about becoming, is about merging. And that's why I'm gonna do a video on artificial intelligence, and everything's about mergers now. You know. So my park here, we'll look, see what we got going on in the comments. Somebody said, yes, we will let you know when it's out again. Translation, motherfucker, you don't, motherfucker, you ain't gotta keep asking us if the shit is working. If it ain't working, we'll tell you. That's what's up. And you know what, that's what uh, my mama would call nice nasty. Oh man, that's what's up though. You know, it's all good. Let's see. Example of why questions. You're asking for examples of why questions? If you're asking me to get, okay, yeah, that is the question. That's it. Why? So okay, so let me try to make it plain, as they used to say. Make it plain. I I I'm trying not to make it super mundane, but I want to make it, so I'm just gonna keep it there. I want me a new pair of shoes. A new pair, be more specific, a new pair of all black Jordans. Yeah, all black on black Jordans. I gotta have me some. Why, Jamal? Because they're gonna match this new black sweatsuit I got. But why does it matter that you have those shoes? Because they're gonna match. But why does it matter for you to match? Because I like for my shit to match. Well, why do you like your shit to match? Because I like when motherfuckers see me. Oh, now we get into the reason. Now we starting. Yeah. I like when motherfuckers see me, you be like, damn, that nigga, you know, man, that's a badass sweatsuit. And then he got the shoes, That's why, man, I used to, man, when I went to the gym to train, it was a fashion show. My clients coming there, I had all my different shirts, you know, I had all my logo and shit all on my shirts, and I had them in different colors: orange, yellow, red, navy blue, royal blue, and I have an array of Jordans to match each shirt, or Nikes, you know, the gray and orange LeBrons to go with my gray and orange shirt. And oh yeah, it was but why? Why are you buying all these shoes, Jamal? Well, because I got the money. But why are you doing it though? Because I love shoes. Well, why do you love shoes? And see, let me show you how a why question goes from mundane to something deep. And I'm using myself as an example. Because when I was little, and I told y'all the joke, well, it ain't a joke, it was real. Like, my daddy would have us work in the backyard, me and my homeboy, Michael Wingate, working in the backyard in the summer. And I mean, we work at, I know shit. We get up, start like 7:30, we work to about 4. So that's about a damn 8-hour day. And at the end of the summer, my daddy would give us about $100. One time he beasted on us and gave us $150. He's like, oh man. So, you know, when you're a kid, 8 years old, that's a lot of money. So we go to I go to Sky City, and which was a little, it's like D-Dots rainbow or some shit. What's up, JR the Star Seed? And I get like 10 pairs of the bullshit shoes. You know, the shoes has got the numbers on the side, and you know, shit might be called Tekken or some shit or whatever. And I went to school and them niggas clown me. And that year was the first time I really became brand conscious. I became brand conscious by how they laughed at my shoes. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with these niggas? Do you not see? Now, I always loved for my shoes to match my clothes. That's just, maybe that's from another life or some shit. But, I was always color conscious. Like, oh, yeah, I got this white shirt. I get these white shoes, da-da-da-da. You couldn't tell me shit. Until them niggas was like, man, look at this nigga's shoes. I mean, it's like third grade, man. And that's when I learned about Adidas, Nike, you know. I remember back in the day, though, I remember my daddy got me some Magic Johnson white, purple, and gold Converse. Now, them motherfuckers was bad. If I could find me a pair of them today, I'd pay $200 just and I probably wouldn't even wear them. I'd just put them up on an altar or something. But I remember that. But I wasn't conscious of brands at that time. I was probably like 5 years old. But I always was a fan of the Lakers. So if I were to ask myself that mundane question now, like, well, why you want all of them? Not me now, because I don't buy all them shoes now. You know, if I go and buy me a pair now, I know I have exercised the demon of my childhood of, oh, I got to show these niggas. I'm going to show these niggas. Well, when I went home for my class reunion, like, what's this? It's like 8 years ago. I remember, man, I had a whole suitcase just for sneakers. You know? It's like, I'm going to kill these niggas. We go to the picnic. I'm going to hit them with some black and yellow Air Force Ones and got the damn jacket to match that shit. You know? And that, I keep asking myself, why? And it goes back to childhood. Trying to heal the wounds of that little boy who always felt left out of the bunch. I always felt left out of the bunch. And I always felt like my gifts were something that I needed to be ashamed of. You know, I could play the piano. I could sing back then. You know, I was a visual artist. I could write. You know, I could do a whole bunch of shit. And once I got into sports and everything, all those things just got pushed back on the back burner because, exactly, being more concerned with the world's perception of you. Exactly. So people wonder why I read so many books. Or I used to. You know, I got so many fucking books. And here's the thing. It's not an ego thing. What's up, Janae Montez? Oh, Montez. Are you Caribbean or Cuban or Dominican? Finally caught you live. Give thanks. Glad you made it. The books, if I keep asking myself why, let me tell you and give you one of the reasons that I get so many. It's because for so long in my life, in my early childhood, I was made to feel like something was wrong with me because I was maybe let's say a little gifted as far as academically, mentally. I was always pretty swift. That was not cool. And plus I was dark skinned. And that's a good question. Oh, that's a good question. Okay. Let me finish this one. Excellent question, Lakeo. The books was my rebellion against. No, it was not my rebellion. It was me returning to my roots. You know what? My Uncle John used to get me an almanac every Christmas. I look forward to that. I always knew I was going to get me a new almanac. And I used to sit and read that almanac, and I would read all these little random facts. I used to read Encyclopedia Brown books. I just bought my daughter some for her birthday. Found some on Amazon. They still making those books. Um, I remember getting a chemistry set one Christmas. So the books is me acknowledging who I really am. I'm a scholar. So motherfucker who's not in the books, then you don't. Here's the thing. You got free will. You're not into what I'm into. Here's the thing. You got the will to do whatever you want to do. You can turn off a video. You don't like what motherfucker's saying, turn it off. You don't like this person, don't fuck with them. It don't resonate with you, don't fuck with them. But see, people need to be validated in what they believe in, how they feel. And so they need to try to express the error of whatever. Man, I'm doing what I do. I ain't trying to be no other motherfucker. I'm not trying to appease nobody. I'm just going to be Jamal. And that was part of my reason for me going back, because I know that's who I was, and I put that on the shelf trying to appease niggas. Okay? And trying to show, and here's the thing, when you act dumb long enough, guess what? You'll start becoming dumb. So part of the other reason I started reading so many books, I knew I had to make up for lost time. I knew, I'm sorry, I couldn't, this was ridiculous. I was looking like Mrs. Baird's powdered donuts. But I was like, man, I got to make up. I've been living as a foreigner too long. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's one thing about my daddy, man. That nigga I'm a lot nicer than he was. I try to be a little politically correct on something, but I'm a lot like him still. It's just I'm getting more like him the older I get. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to be in the in crowd. I don't want to be one of the guys. And I'm not going to try to convince anybody that I'm cool and I want to be down. I'm not. Why? Think about it. Why should anybody try to convince somebody else that you're okay? I don't care. That's part of the thing that going through shit'll do for you. It'll help you get to the point where you just don't give a fuck, man. Because I know what it feels like to get your water cut off in the middle of washing dishes, to have to walk around, lock the door, let the garage door up, and then close the motherfucker because you just didn't have $40 to go and get a garage opener. See little simple things that some people may take for granted. You even shit that I take for granted because it hasn't been your experience, but I experienced it and it gave me something. It gave me a taste of the true essence of humility, the true essence of a relationship. Because when you're broke with your mate, there ain't no superficiality to hold shit together. That's why the bond between me and my woman is strong, and I ignore a lot of shit. And I ain't stupid. I catch on to shit. I know motherfuckers be trying to send, signals and da. But my daddy told me, say, when my daddy was taking pictures, and women would try to throw some pussy at him for a picture, he said, nigga, shit, I know I had them 4 babies at the house. I couldn't set no pussy up on on the checkout line at Winn Dixie. And ladies, I don't mean that to be derogatory. I'm just, hey, look, this is, this ain't Mr. Rogers. So what it is. I don't mean that as objectifying women. This is me and my father having a conversation amongst two men. He was giving me game, So you got to go through some shit, man. That shit makes you into something different. I died years ago, and something else was, but that shit about that resurrection, dismiss the religion and look at the essence of it. That resurrection is some real shit. Now, I went too long on that. Excellent question was, why did you start YouTube? The original reason I started YouTube, and this ain't gonna be deep, was because I was doing music. And this page was started out for music. And it more so the first round of subscribers I had pretty much ended up filtering out and unsubscribing, because I started going from me posting music, and it was more about just start talking about shit that was going on, or sharing where I was in my journey. And you know why? Ultimately? Because I want attention. Because everybody wants some attention. But I was looking for the attention of other people who maybe think the way I do and can relate to the way I was seeing life. They left because you found your facts. They just, it's no break on them or nothing. I didn't present what I had advertised the channel to be. This channel, I attracted them based on, well, I'm an artist and I do this music and blah blah blah, and I wasn't presenting that. So they understand people unsubscribed, and it changed. It became something different. Well, that's a quick answer to that. And that's what it means. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. I gotta take care of something I forgot. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I'm out and about today. I'm about to go in here and get this workout in, and we're gonna chop it up soon. I'm gonna shoot some more video today. Hopefully some good quality video I can do with my camera. And for the members, I have something I'm gonna be shooting, gonna be loading up on the website, and this, I think you're really gonna enjoy it. But either way, as always, stay down until you get up. When you get up, stay down. It's Brother Jamal, mastersofthecosmos.com. As we say in Texas, chunking the deuce. Peace.